2 weeks after the surgery, got the cast cut off, put in this boot, and now I'm 2 weeks after that point. Welcome back to another video. I know the last one I said I would keep you guys updated. I said I would keep you guys updated on my Achilles recovery journey. So today is a special day because it is the first day of taking one of the wedges out. And right now my foot is still at the, I guess, I don't know what degrees it is, but it's still toes down, heel up, and it's being supported by 2 wedges. So every 2 weeks, which this is the first segment of those 2 weeks, I take out a wedge, and what it does is it drops my heel down in order to almost get back to the neutral 90-degree angle position. So today is that day. I'm kind of nervous because I'm, I guess, anticipating the pain a little bit, like it being uncomfortable once I do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and work out though before I do that. That way at least I can be in a comfortable position while I'm working out and not like thinking about my foot and doing anything crazy with that. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to Gold. Of course it'll be fasted, nothing to eat because it's still early. So see you guys at the gym, and then after the gym we'll be back here. So welcome back. I'm back from the gym, and as you saw, getting a little bit of food in my system. I had a little English muffin with turkey bacon, avocado, egg, cheese, just to stop the fast, and then I'll have another meal later, which is probably just gonna be chicken and rice or something like that, but I don't know. Anyway, I do what I can in the gym, and then it's just that, and I try to stay off my foot as much as I can. Some days I'm good at that, some days I'm not. Today I was actually pretty good at it, even though I was able to stand up a little bit and put pressure on my opposite leg and balance it out a little bit as best I can during my training session. So now I guess the hardest part of the day is taking this wedge out and letting my foot settle into its new position. I wouldn't say range of motion because I'm still not able to walk. I'm still not able to flex my foot at all, really. I can, but I'm not supposed to. That makes sense. So all right, we're gonna get to that part. Just to give y'all a little bit of background, I tore my Achilles just one day on the basketball court and pushed forward. Now I am 6 weeks, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I think I'm 6 weeks post operation. 2 weeks after the surgery, got the cast cut off, put in this boot, and now I'm 2 weeks after that point. So what I'm supposed to do now is to take out one every 2 weeks until I get to where I'm 90 degrees, where my foot is like this. Then I'll have my next appointment. So I know I said earlier I was kind of nervous, which I still am, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of excited at the same time because it signifies another step in my recovery. I will say that is the hardest part of an injury for me is just the recovery period. Like, that's a lot of rest. It's a lot of downtime, which I'm not used to. It's a lot of sitting still. I know I said rest, but at the same time, you have to sit still a lot, even when you're not resting. You know, when you're not asleep, when I'm not off my feet, I'm still being still. Like, if that makes sense. So it's just something that I'm not used to. I'm getting used to it. It still is hard. I'm sorry, this wedge is kind of hard to take out. So, all right. Anyway, so the wedge itself, it's okay. So this is the bottom part where my foot actually sits on. It's like a little piece of styrofoam, and then this is one wedge. So, oh, get that to focus. Oh, there we go. So this is one wedge. So I have two of these right now. So on the bottom of it, there's Velcro. This wedge has hook and loop. So I'm gonna take this hook and loop off. What happened was the hook and loop that's in the bottom of this got stuck to the bottom of the other wedge. I'm actually curious to see how much of a heel drop that's gonna be. It doesn't look like much to the naked eye, but I'm sure once I put my my foot down, I'll probably be nervous to put a little bit of weight on the boot itself. Styrofoam goes back on top, and then the little, I guess whatever you call this little insert shell, I have to adjust this too. So it looks like what I'm gonna have to do now is I'm gonna basically have to take it all apart. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. That is really low. Okay, like I still got about 1.5 inches of space between my heel and the bottom of the insert to press down, and I can't lie, like I'm kind of, it's like my mind is like telling me like, no, stop. But it's like, I really want to do it, but it's like, you know how you get that little anxiety to where it's just kind of hard to push through right now. I'm not in pain or anything, but it's just, mentally it is kind of hard to push through at the moment. But okay, I'm almost there. I know once I stand up, it'll sink in, but I'm trying to avoid that because I remember when I did that the first time I got put in the boot, and my heel wasn't sitting all the way at the bottom of the insert, and my foot slid down in the boot, and I thought I was falling, and it kind of made my heart jump a little bit. So I'm gonna get there. Like, I'm slowly inching my way down. I can feel pressure on the bottom of my foot, so I know I'm getting there. It's mentally challenging because at the end of the day, like, my foot is in a position that it's never been in since before I tore my Achilles. So ever since then, my foot has been in that little heel elevated position. So now it's like, it's adjusting. Like, I can feel the tingling sensations and all that stuff. It's just later that's really gonna be the telltale. So like, I think right now I'm pretty much at the bottom as far as me being able to press down without any type of just unnecessary pressure. So trying to get the straps on almost perfect, but that's another thing. It's not as bad as I initially predicted, so that's a good thing. Also, I'm really getting these straps how I really want them. I like to be comfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable during this process. So, all right, that feels about right. And I know I'm just rambling because I'm trying to distract myself from being uncomfortable right now. Injury itself to me was a gift and a curse, because now that I've completely ruptured that Achilles, you know, I think to myself now, like, okay, now I can start training on a really strong one, if that makes sense. Well, of course, once I recover. Like I was having on and off a lot of tendonitis and inflammation in that tendon, and now that it's torn, yes, the injury sucked in itself, but now that it's, you know, fixed, it's done the right way. Now I have the confidence that when I get back to training, I'll be training without any second thoughts, if that makes sense. So I am looking forward to that part. All right. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I wasn't recording on my last 3 minutes, but anyway, I was just saying that, you know, my day today is just gonna consist of resting. You know, I don't want to do too much when I know I don't need to, and I know rest is my friend right now. As far as, you know, the recovery itself, this is the second big step. The first being surgery, of course, and I guess a little piece of advice for anyone who is, you know, going through this process or going through the process of any of the recovery following an injury, such as, you know, Achilles tear or ACL or some type of, you know, shoulder surgery, anything like that, that's going to keep you away from what you love to do. I will say, let yourself be human. Like, don't get in the whole, well, every day's supposed to be a great day and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you know, that's the social media, that societal pressure of, you know, hustle culture, or whatever you want to call it. But you're human and you will have your days. I can admit that I've had my days so far. You know, every day is not going to be a good day, and every day is not going to be a bad day. One day you may wake up and be in a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, but that doesn't mean the entire day will be that way, and it does not mean the next day following will be that way. But, you know, the reality is that you have an injury and you have had a surgery to where, you know, your body part has been cut open or whatever the case may be. So your body is adjusting and healing. So rest is your friend. Other than that, I am looking forward to the next step, which is going to be 2 weeks after today. I'll continue training and, you know, within reason, of course, do everything within reason. Rest is your friend. Keeping my nutrition clean, that way it can assist my recovery. So like I said before, comment down below, like, comment, subscribe. I'm new at this, so don't judge me. But like, comment, subscribe, you know, and I'll make sure to record the second step of this process of taking the wedge out, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.